everybody. My name is Puppetine from the Gatekeep Puppet Show. Today, for what? For what? For She-Hulk. Yeah,
For
sorry.
Spider-Man.
Why?
No,
You're
not
so
Spider-Man.
excited.
No Spider-Man. No Eric Breen tonight. There will be no Spider-Man screams.
Wah, wah, wah.
Unless Eric Breen shows up. If he shows up, then there might be one. But we're here today for She-Hulk, episode 8. And boy, oh boy, do you know how... wait. Before I start talking, let's meet my co-host, Froggy. Say hi, Froggy.
Hello, Froggy.
Also say hello to Zach.
Hello, Zach.
This is
Hi.
Zach. He's finally joining us for a She-Hulk review.
I know it took 8 episodes, but I finally made it here.
It took 8 episodes for them to learn how to write.
After a month, we finally got Zach on the show.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, you know, if you've been watching my reviews, exactly how I feel about She-Hulk. How much I have despised this series, and how sitting through every week has made me seriously question throwing myself out the nearest window.
tape yourself before you do that.
But
But
exactly.
I want to say this, though. And that's how Puppetine feels. I've suffered along with him.
Yeah.
Zach, you said you watched 3 episodes just to catch up.
I did.
That's a
So
lot of suffering in an hour.
this episode... Oh, Zach was there for the episode 1 review? I forgot that.
Was I there? Was I there for episode 1?
I forgot.
No, I don't think
God,
so.
that feels like dog years ago.
Anyway, but
Okay.
yes, this episode was actually written by somebody who knows how to write. It was written by an actual writer.
You're welcome. I finally took a stab at writing.
What a
That's
shock!
Well, yeah,
it would make sense with the freaking leapfrog as their villain.
I mean, I had to use a giant baseball bat.
Listen, I
No matter.
knew this episode was coming. We all knew this episode was coming. Daredevil, he is on She-Hulk. Charlie Cox, he's back in the suit, or he's back in a new suit that
A
if
suit.
he could see, he'd be offended.
That being said, let's leap right into it.
Boo! Boo!
Yes.
Get Froggy's cousin off the screen. He's trying to give his family screen
That's the
time.
Muppet Show. We don't talk about that. Now, hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. Oh,
We can't advertise Kick-Ass. This is a kid's
Yes.
show.
so basically, we get the first appearance of Leapfrog trying to be true to. He's basically at the, I guess, what the mall parking lot. He's gonna confront the DeLorean. I'm not sure with Doc Brown.
The plutonium.
Yes, he basically goes to use his I guess, was it Zip it and Ribbit?
Ribbit and yeah,
Ribbit
Ribbit and
and
Ribbit.
His jet powered boots, but instead he basically they don't work. He falls on the ground. Later this guy ends up at Jen's office. She's basically taking him on as a client. Turns out the person that made his suit is the person that made her suit. The guy who basically this is a cameo on here to be. I'm the most fancy, most respectable. I make all the costumes for everybody. But I want to point out real quickly before we get to that. Yes. So those who don't know who Leapfrog is, he's a Daredevil villain. Shocker, right? Because guess who's in this?
His twin brother.
Matt Murdock. And look, he's not too happy.
Wait, look, but it says you'll meet Matt Murdock's twin brother.
Yeah.
Remember, I thought Mike Murdock was a newer creation.
Mike is, but
I'm so glad that I don't read modern Daredevil comics.
Hey, Chip Zdarsky's not bad.
I just want to point out, I have the same expression on my face as Matt does with that comment by Zach. Okay? All right, so
yes.
That's right. He is here to basically talk about the Sokovia Accords being repealed.
It's
Yes.
a
Right.
big
Hey,
drop.
It's about time.
It's a big drop to put into the series.
He's actually representing the costume designer that's being sued. It's revealed that basically the client, based to Matt Murdock's canine sense of smell, that the guy used jet fuel when he was specifically told not to by the designer. And therefore the case's dismissed. Later on, she gets a phone call from the guy, and basically Daredevil is attacking her client. and who her client is basically Leapfrog. Turns out he kidnapped the fashion designer guy, but She-Hulk didn't know this. She-Hulk actually shows up in her costume, which is really cool. It's my favorite costume that she's had.
It's a good costume.
All right.
Those scams.
So they fight, they go together, and then basically, after this, she basically comments, she makes fun of his costume because his costume is ridiculous. I'm sorry, the gold, I call him Gold Devil too.
He's not going to keep it for long. We all know he's going pure red.
Come on.
Yes. Then she basically says that he basically has no idea who he is. Obviously, it could be true if she doesn't really follow the news. But he's from Hell's Kitchen. He takes on big clients, but when he needs the money, but he's mostly pro bono.
Yeah.
So they get together. They basically track down the guy at the Leap. Well, actually, before that, there's a sign here. The Rogers.
No, not that god awful musical.
I can do this all day.
The
yes.
worst Marvel end credit
I
scene
can't do this all day.
All right. So moving on to the lily pad, where we find another barcode where you can get a free comic book.
His super secret base.
I'm going to scan that right now.
He says he wants a suit that's bulletproof and has a British voice that talks to him. Reference to Iron Man.
Yeah.
Who we miss. Thank you very much. Bring him back.
Why bring him back? We already revoked his Sokovia Accords.
Daredevil decides to go in and team, but She-Hulk says she wants to team up, but he says no, you're inexperienced. We get that classic Daredevil theme music playing in the background while he's beating up guys in a classic Daredevil hallway scene from Netflix.
Nice.
Yes, they incorporated the Netflix theme into the soundtrack of the show.
That's pretty cool.
All right, moving on. We get the frog signal. You're like, what? But more importantly, down below, we have a frog parking only sign and Frogger, which is really cool.
Frogger was fun.
Did you design this whole base, Froggy? It really feels like a Froggy designed episode.
I mean, look at that awesome frog symbol. When there's trouble, you'll call me.
I don't know if I will.
There's the
Why would I call you for more trouble?
He has his own video game?
He did not notice that. And it's 2 players.
Leapfrogger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, She-Hulk kicks ass. He decides he's all crap. He's gonna, he's gonna rip it. And he realizes he has no feel or his boots don't work. He breaks both legs. This later on, after Jen talks basically the cops and all stuff, she goes up on top of there. She talks to Daredevil. They flirt a little bit. And then
oh yeah.
Yes,
my man gets lucky.
Those lawyers approached the bench pretty hard there.
I'm just trying to say that's a lot of blind luck.
Oh!
Afterwards, we get Ferris Bueller. Oh wait, sorry, Jennifer Bueller.
Go home.
She's basically wants to know, you guys still here? And then she has the whole thing. Yes, it's a big twist, isn't it? Because usually it ends. She makes a comment, it would end right there, but it doesn't. And she talks about. She even mentions another Hulk. Maybe this one's red. Reference to basically Thunderbolt Ross, who became the Red Hulk after Civil War.
Who will be recast probably?
That's Harrison Ford.
Leave Harrison alone.
But then she also says she's kind of worried about everything that's going to happen. Maybe she's going to get fridged. Yes.
Thank you, Gail Simone.
Yes, Gail Simone. Thank you very much. We love you. We do. We love you if you actually love comics. Thank you very much. Anyway, we get Wolverine. No.
No.
She actually says Stink or whatever it is.
No. So basically, what this is that the reason I threw this in there because yes, that's right. Hugh Jackman is back. He's going to be in Wolverine and as a Deadpool, or actually Wolverine in Deadpool
3.
Deadpool 3.
Yep. So that's why that's in there. All right, and then we're going to go on here to the next one.
You have to show us. It's show and tell with Froggy.
Yes, at the gala, finally get there. She's up there giving her war experience, and then Intelligentsia comes on the screen, basically saying that you shouldn't trust her, and that she basically stole her powers from the Hulk. And then we get the booty cam. Yes, this causes her to finally basically Hulk out. in a sense, where she loses it. She destroys the giant stream. Then we see here basically she tearing it down. And then we get this creep, these guys basically work intelligentsia. They were filming it and all. So they can upload it to their thing. Yeah, basically she goes out there and chases them through. She picks up a guy. And then they basically now I gotta point out these guys look like the guys from Miss Marvel, the Damage Control.
Damage Control.
And we're left on the cliffhanger. Basically, she's still freaking out, grunting and growling with targets on her. I gotta say, this whole entire episode was kind of action-packed, unlike every freaking other episode.
Yeah, do not let us dissuade you that we're suddenly switching sides. This show has been absolutely awful. But if there was a list of series that like shit shows with one good episode, this would be on that list. I haven't seen the last one, so maybe the finale is decent too. But all I know is I have suffered week in and week out. I don't know if it was worth it, but this episode was damn good. You're going to have people who are going to try to tell you, oh no, they've ruined Daredevil. Look, they gave him a smile.
All I want to say is we should have all we had to name this title of this episode is that Daredevil gets laid.
Yeah.
Good for him. That guy needs a break.
Good for him. Good for her.
She-Hulk sleeps around anyway. So
Daredevil and She-Hulk go pro bono.
Oh!
She got pro bono.
Oh!
But no. Seriously, I am amazed. I am amazed that they actually figured out, you know what? We should have at least one good episode in this series. It is worth watching, Ed Brewer. I know you were saying it earlier. And if you're going to pass up on the series, do. Except this episode. Watch this episode. You do not need to watch any other. Unfortunately, you still have to watch She-Hulk twerk. But
I gotta say this though, in this episode, we should point out though, there's a fight scene between She-Hulk and Daredevil. Daredevil is basically pretty much kicking her ass. And She-Hulk basically she does the whole she punches the ground, causes the market structure to cave in a little bit. But also ultimately she gets the upper hand because she thunderclaps.
Yeah. And people are complaining. Oh, look, she beats him. She saves him. She sleeps with him. What have they done to my boy? What are you talking about? She has to resort to a thunderclap to put him down. And then, on top of that, I don't remember her having to save him. Does anybody else?
No. What it is that he's in the hallway scene. Another group. He takes on one group of guy. Then forces come up. She jumps on the screen. She calls that Hulk smash. He's like, well, and later on, she's like,
that's not saving though.
No, I know. Hold on, quit interrupting me. I know you're angry. Keep the calm down. Calm down.
I'm going to turn green in a minute.
Don't turn green, okay?
Don't.
That's cultural appropriation. Oh.
So, anyways, yeah. So she basically Hulk smashed from the ceiling, the roof, going into the ground in the hallway scene, taking out the guys. Later on, they joke about it. The rooftop, that scene where they're like, I'll go back to it. I'll show you. Or actually, you saw it already. They're on the rooftop, and she says, like, I kind of saved your buddy. He's like, no, I had it. She's like, yeah, it would have took you 30 minutes to fight all the guys. It took me 5 minutes.
That's not saving. He would have had it down. He points out she doesn't do this. And yes, this is actually her actually doing something with being She-Hulk.
And that's the thing, though. Before this, when they originally at the bar, and then afterwards they met. She basically, because people are upset because she thunderclapped him, knocked him into the car, lifted him up by his neck, his chin strap, and then took his helmet off. And then basically we got the whole basically everybody does when I realized that Daredevil is Matt Murdock. You pervert. Are you really blind?
Pervert.
I don't know if pervert's the right word.
And the fact he can smell and he can smell.
That's very problematic.
Problematic. That's it.
Listen, the fact that they made a comment about how he can smell things and he can hear people's heartbeats. So Gren she basically kind of like creeped out a little bit.
She wasn't creeped out. She was turned on.
Nobody's creeped out.
She was into it. He's really doing it for her.
Shoot, he could do it for me.
Well, yes,
probably.
that was it.
Yeah,
It was the
30
walk
more
of shame because Nikki walks in after the booty call. She said, "There's some guy out there dressed in a devil costume, horn, and he's kind of down, grumpy because he's doing the walk of shame."
Stop looking at me, puppet. Stop looking at me.
What did you
Yes.
just say?
That's one.
That was the other thing too. Is like usually Daredevil he works at nighttime. It was always in a Netflix series, but in the comic books he works during the day and at night. So
yeah, no, I really, really did enjoy this episode, and I am amazed by that. I'm amazed.
I also have to point out that he really does work in the dark because he's blind. He doesn't
that walk of shame. Basically, he slept with her, and then he was walking on home in his Daredevil costume. It was the middle of the day. It was kind of silly, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't put his shoes on, but it wouldn't. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Weird.
Well,
it was a little weird.
I mean, if he's just like Spider-Man, he can just grab his stuff as backpack.
He wasn't moving like Spider-Man in this episode.
He was.
I gotta say though that Spider-Man's the only one that's smart. He has like 50 million backpacks all over New York because he keeps getting them. So if he runs in a jam, he can just walk over.
I thought he just made like a web backpack.
No.
Oh, okay.
He would actually put backpacks, and they even incorporate this into the games as well too. The video games, it has backpacks with clothes. The problem is though, like, imagine if he just leaves like a backpack there and he forgets about it, and there's more awkward places. After a while, you have like a huge wardrobe.
Yeah.
It's almost as dumb as Batman having 20 motorcycles hidden all over Gotham.
They don't.
They don't. They get by on power naps.
Muranya is saying Matt dropped a clue in the bar that to the Jen, the designer made him a suit, and he's like, "This one, you're insulting a blind man's clothes. Am I wearing pants? Oh yeah. Well, he's smooth. Holy crap, he is smooth. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, and Jen was into it, and would have been earlier, but they had to, fool around before fooling around.
Have you seen my pants?
Yes. But overall, this is a really good episode. If you're going to watch a single episode of She-Hulk, make it this one and then never touch the series again. Let it rest and die in a box.
Yes. Hit this episode and then quit it. Yes. Like Daredevil.
Like Daredevil. It's a one-night stand. Yes. Just make it that. Yeah. And maybe the finale will actually be written well. I don't know. I can't promise that. I don't know who's writing it, but I know that the writer for this one has actually written in comics before, has an understanding. Yeah.
This is not the season finale. Actually, the season finale is next week.
Yeah. One more episode. Let's hope it's decent. Even if it is, I'll be honest. Listen, there are people out there that are going to just tell you that, oh, this series is blanketly bad. Yeah, well,
my prediction, because they managed to get her blood. So maybe we'll get an actual super villain at the end here in the very last episode, and it actually has Hulk DNA.
Well, there is Hulk King. We got to see his logo.
Can you imagine if it actually turns out to be the leader?
Leader. I don't know. We're going
because he's going to be coming back in Captain America 4, which they've been announced. They already talked about it. The leader is the leader of the intelligentsia.
That's true. That is true.
But also Abomination's involved as well. And the fact that we saw at Abomination's retreat, he had villains there.
Yeah, so maybe, perhaps, he is in on it, but we're going to have to wait and see.
And then we'll get the actual, group. We'll get the Wrecking Crew with Hulk DNA, so they have their strength.
I don't want to see MCU Wrecking Crew ever again. That was too painful.
Well,
my boys! Look what they did to my boys!
But
Jack, you're not listening. I'm saying the whole
Thunderbolt's Wrecking Ball was this big.
Cool. But guess what? Once he actually gets the actual freaking powers, maybe they'll get a bigger Wrecking Ball. Who knows? Like I said, it's not going to be as great as the actual Avengers Assemble cartoon, but we can hope.
But that's about it. You've heard our thoughts and you've heard what happens. Now all that's left to do is, to thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. We want to hear your thoughts, so comment them if you're watching this below. Yes.
We want to hear your thoughts on this thought. It's in the show.
Zach came for She-Hulk, indeed.
Yeah,
and check out
it again too. I came back for She-Hulk. So.
Those damn humans are going live in about 10 minutes.
Thank you for watching my episode.
Yes. Thanks for watching the Proggies episode. Ribbit and rip it, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
That's what I said to your mom last night, Palpatine.
Why did I come back? Why? I was happy. What did I do?
I don't know. Why did I come back? Why did I start this thing? Bye.